going on, guys? It's me, William, with a new YouTube video. Now today's video I'm going to be telling you guys about the time that I basically died in the hospital having my surgery. If you guys didn't know, I'm going to tell you guys some of the experiences I've had going through my surgeries and stuff, and as a lot of you guys have really wanted to know about it, and I feel that this story may inspire others, and some of the things that I've gone through may help you guys out with what you're going through. So a lot of you guys know I do have a tumor, and the type of tumor I have is called neurofibromatosis. I'm not really sure how to spell it, but if you look up tumor and you type in NU or something like that, you may find it. So yeah, I was born with my tumor. This is not the only tumor I have. I have tumors all over my body. I have one in my stomach, I have one in my back, all over, and some of them are actually in my body where you can't see them. They're just in my body. Being born with a tumor was not the easiest growing up because I had lots of kids stare at me and lots of kids say things about me that really kind of hurt my feelings. I knew growing up that I wanted to become an actor and I really wanted to put content out there, do things to entertain people, but after seeing how cruel the world was, it kind of made me fearful to put content out there because I knew if I put myself out there, lots of people would say things about me. So if you've seen any of my old videos, like if you followed me on Vine or you've seen my old YouTube channel, you would see that I would only record like this part of my face. I would try to make a video doing that. Or I would put like a hat on and sunglasses and try to just like make it look like I didn't have a tumor. It wasn't right for me to do that because that was basically me not being myself just because I was scared what other people were going to say about me. Now guys, I'm 18 years old and I've had at least 13 surgeries having to do with my tumors. Now I have a tumor right here on my stomach. I don't know if you guys can see it. I have a tumor on my back. I have tumors that they do appear. I think I've had like 3 surgeries on my eye. No, I've had like 2 surgeries on my eye. And I've had more surgeries right here. One on my stomach because there used to be something on my stomach, but that never grew back. That's just like a scar now. I'm about to tell you guys a story that it's really sad and it might kind of be hard for me to talk about. So, in 2013, this was around the time Vine came out. Vine came out in 2013, and I really like putting content out there like I was saying. And so I got Vine, I believe, and I think I got it May of 2013. I started posting but I didn't really know much about the app, so I didn't post that much. The middle of June. The middle of June is when I had my surgery. I knew about it a few months ahead, but I was really, really nervous about it. Now, all my other surgeries I've had, I didn't want to have surgery, but this one surgery, I didn't feel right about it. I felt like something wasn't going to go right. I felt like God was trying to tell me something. And I was telling everybody that this surgery may not go well. This surgery does not feel right. But of course everybody thought that I was just freaking out. And they thought that, William is just paranoid right now. And he's scared. Which, I will admit, I was pretty scared. And that was probably the first time that I ever had been scared. Because I was pretty much the strong one. I was pretty much the one telling everybody else that it's okay when they were sitting by the bed crying. But this one surgery just didn't feel right. I remember going to the hospital. Before this surgery, that month, that whole month, the closer it got, the more I felt I didn't feel right. So that day comes, I felt so numb. I felt so much pain mentally that something bad was going to happen. That my body felt numb. Nothing felt right. I felt like something was going to go wrong. And I kept telling people that. Still wouldn't listen. I remember going into the operation room. And I didn't feel right. This was after my surgery. I remember laying in the hospital. And there was this loud noise. I don't remember what it was. But it was super loud. And I remember waking up with a wrap on my face. Of course, they had to have this wrap on my face. The nurses came in, they tried to figure out what the noise was, they stopped the noise, and then I remember puking everywhere. I don't remember why. But as the days gone on, it seemed like weeks would just skip. I didn't know about this until after my surgery, but they kept putting me asleep because they had this tube in my throat. One of the reasons why I stopped breathing. and they found tumors in my airway. Whenever they tried removing the tubes, basically the tumors would swell up in my airway. I would just stop breathing. So finding that out after my surgery was pretty hard because I was already not happy about the things going on during my process of being in the hospital. I was in the hospital for about a month and a half, I think. Like, I didn't get out until, I believe, 2 weeks before my birthday, and my birthday is July 29th. I couldn't eat for like a month while in the hospital. They didn't let me eat. They didn't let me drink anything. Like, they let me drink water like once a day, but they wouldn't let me drink anything really. Anytime I asked for a drink, sorry, you can't have anything. And that really made me angry because I wanted something to drink. I wanted something to eat. They wouldn't let me have it. So apparently, being in the hospital that long, they kept putting me asleep. They wouldn't let me wake up. They would keep putting me asleep. And my mom and a few other people told me that I kept waking up trying to pull the tube out of my throat. And I was just freaking out. I was really, which would make a lot of sense because if you're in the hospital and you don't know what's going on and things just keep happening, you're gonna freak out. I remember looking at my phone sometimes. I would have like 20 missed calls, 20 missed text messages. I hadn't been on Facebook. Everybody thought that there was something wrong. They thought that I had actually died. I wasn't active anywhere. I was always on Facebook. I was always texting and stuff. But at this time, I hadn't contacted anyone in like 3 months because I didn't really like know what was going on. I didn't remember to get on my phone. There's a lot of stuff that I don't even remember. Like, my mom told me that there were certain people that came to the hospital to see me, or maybe certain family members, and I would smile at them and stuff. But I don't remember that. I don't remember any of that. I don't remember waking up and seeing anyone. I don't remember trying to pull the tube out of my throat or anything. I will say that sometimes it seemed like the nurses were really mean to me and that they were kind of rude. But it's like they were acting like I was annoying them or something. But I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was going on. What was I supposed to do? Just sit there and chill? Like, there was no way for me to understand this. I also remember like waking up. It was a few days after the 4th of July, and I still thought I was in there for like 4 days. But at this time, I had been in there at least 2 to 3 weeks. And one of the nurses came in. They were like, they said, do you remember what holiday just passed? And I'm like, what? Because I'm thinking it's still June, like the middle of June. She's like, do you know what holiday just passed? And I'm like, no. And she said the 4th of July. And that really made me upset because I really wanted to pop fireworks, do all these things with my friends on the 4th. But I didn't get to do that because I was in the hospital. So I'm just going to go forward to when they finally let me go up to where it's like you're doing better. Because at this time I was at the bottom because I wasn't doing so well. I was at the floor where they had to keep an eye on you and keep doing this stuff. And my mom, she was really stressing. I remember her telling me that she saw these people freaking out and she saw all these nurses really scared and stuff because this child was going through such a hard time. And then she looks through the window and she realized that it was me. And that really made me really sad to know that happened. But anyways, I'm gonna go forward to when they released me up to the top. I was finally able to eat. They finally let me drink things. Being in the hospital bed for so long, I wasn't able to walk. They had to teach me to walk again, and I had to go. They didn't even let me go to the bathroom. But of course, since I hadn't eaten months, I couldn't poop or anything. So basically, they make me pee. And then they would make me just change my underwear in the bed. They wouldn't let me get up until the week that I was leaving. So I was in the hospital for a month and a half. And the last week, I was finally able to eat. I was finally able to drink things. They were trying to teach me how to walk. And I wasn't actually able to walk until I think 2 weeks after leaving the hospital. But I remember I came home. I was really happy. This was like mid-July. I was really happy to finally be home. But the rest of that summer, I wasn't able to go anywhere. And that really put me in deep depression. I questioned myself why I was even here on Earth. And I had really bad thoughts that I wished I never even had. I questioned if anybody even cared about me, and I just had some really, really deep thoughts. I'm like sharing this with you guys because I know some people are going through a lot, and I know some people have thoughts that no one cares about them, but I want you guys to know that people do care about you. Even though you think that no one cares about you, there's people out there going through whatever you're going through, and you may think you're alone, but I want you guys to know that you're not alone, and you can get through whatever you're going through. But anyways, I wasn't able to walk. My mom had to help me go to the bathroom when I was here at home. I had to sleep on one side of my mom's bed. She had a queen bed, and she would sleep on the other. So she would help me go to the bathroom. She would help me take a shower and stuff. And I still had to wear my wrap. For like a month. So I didn't actually get to take my wrap off until like September. I didn't actually get to go anywhere to hang out with anyone until like September. That was really hard for me. I just basically stayed depressed for like months. As I said before, I already had the app Vine, and this is why I mentioned Vine. I started doing Vines, and that made my happiness go up. There were lots of comments, there were lots of followers coming around, and by December, I think I had around 600 followers. I thought things were finally coming around because I had got my wrap off. The doctor said I probably wouldn't have to have any more surgeries just because I stopped breathing, just because all this bad stuff started happening. Like, I don't know what would happen if the doctors wouldn't have helped me. I may not have even been standing here right now. But the fact that I'm able to stand here and tell you guys my story. And I think it's because a lot of people believe, like, a lot of people were praying for me, a lot of people were thinking about me, and it just really helped. So I'm actually really blessed to be standing here, and I'm really happy to be able to tell you guys my story. But I had Vine, I think in January 2014, Curtis Lepore followed me. He was the first big Viner, I think, to ever notice me. Wait, I forgot to tell you guys. In December, it was kind of hard too, because my dad had this really close friend. My dad seems to drink a lot, and I don't really get to talk to my dad that much, but my dad and his friend were drinking a lot. And she had walked to the gas station. They had a gas station that didn't live too far away from them. She walked to a gas station, and she went to get my dad something. And as she walked back, it started kind of raining. There was a train that she had, the train track that she had to pass to get to his house. And she got on the train was stopped. She tried to climb over the train. It started moving, and she slipped, and it basically dragged her to her death. So, for like 2 months straight, I wasn't able to hear a train, or else I would wake up in the middle of the night and I'd just be freaked out. Pretty much 2013 was not a good year for me. So as I was saying, January 2014, Curtis Lepore followed me. That was really awesome. I was like, dang, this person has like 2 million followers, I think he had at the time. February 2014, I made this video. It inspired thousands of people, and it got me like 40,000 followers. I was very excited to know that a lot of that stuff had gone away, all that depression stuff, and new things were coming to my life. Now, Vine kind of died down for me because I quit for a few months, and then I would post, and I would quit, and I would post. And that's only because lots and lots and lots of people would hate on me. Lots of people were just leaving hate comments. And the reason why I was on Vine is to get away from being depressed because of my surgery and because of the tumors. But then I had people basically commenting hate comments and making all that stuff come back into my head, and they basically saying, oh, this kid's fake, this kid's tumor's fake, and saying all the worst things they could ever say just to get me down, and it worked. Since then, a lot of good things happen. I've met a lot of YouTubers. I've met a lot of binders and stuff. Not personally, but I have texted them. I have FaceTimed some of them, but a lot of them have moved on with their lives. A lot of them don't have contact with me. I guess they don't want to talk to me. But my goal for this summer is to become successful, inspire more people. I want to grow my YouTube channel. I want to inspire more of you guys. I will definitely tell you guys more life stories. If you guys want to know more about my surgery, or if you want to know more that happened that year, because a lot of things did happen. But I'm trying to make this video as short as possible so I don't get you guys bored. But if you guys want to know more, just comment down below what you want to know. But that's what's just like the basis of what happened to me. And if you guys didn't know, I do have hearing aids. These are my hearing aids. I was born with a hearing loss because of my tumor, and I think they didn't know about it until I was like 6 years old. But I will also tell you guys more about that if you want to know. Thank you guys so much for listening to this story. I really appreciate it. Some of the things that I've told you guys, I really, it wasn't that easy for me to tell you. For everyone who's stuck with me, thank you so much. Like I said, I'm going to try to make more content this summer. I want to meet YouTubers. I want to collab with YouTubers. I want to start making money, and because my mom has been helping me all her life, basically being a single parent, I want to be able to make money doing what I like to do, and maybe take her on vacation or help her pay the bills and stuff. Or kids who have a condition I have, or maybe worse, like something like cancer or something, I can help them out. I want to do goodness to this world. I really pray that it really happens. But like I said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. My name is William, and that was part of my story. I'll see you guys later.